Welcome to the Mystic Media channel. I am your host, Rabina Rastavan, aka the Realist Astrologer, and tonight I'm going to get into R. Kelly's natal chart and numerology. So, just right off the bat, I'm just going to get right into R. Kelly's South Node. His South Node in Scorpio. So that basically is the main issue that R. Kelly is faced with in regard to his sexuality and his proclivity to deal with underage girls as well as just women who are younger, much younger than him. So as of late, the media has been abuzz about R. Kelly dating this young girl, a young woman. She's 19 years old. Her name is Halle Calhoun. So people are in uproar because R. Kelly is dating this woman that's, so much younger than he is. But I don't know why people are surprised because this is basically R. Kelly. This is what he does. So I was looking at his chart. So the first thing that I noticed was that he has his South Node at the 12th degree of Scorpio. So that's one of the hardest South Nodes to deal with. And again, the South Node deals with um, karmic debt that you're bringing over from past lifetimes. It also deals with tendencies that you bring over from past lifetimes that you need to try to do away with in this current lifetime. And these tendencies from past lifetimes can often trip you up in the current lifetime, and it can be sort of akin to your Achilles heel. So in R. Kelly's case, with his Scorpio South Node, he has tendencies that are he likes to engage in taboo activity. So that deals with him having sex with girls that are underage. Also dealing with the whole pissing thing because Scorpio deals with anything that deals with taboo activity. So of course that whole golden shower thing is a taboo form of sex. So basically in past lifetimes he was a sex demon, slutted out. He was obsessive compulsive. And because it's at the 12th degree, he had an addictive personality. So he brought this sex addiction over into this current lifetime. And he speaks about being exposed to sex at a very early age. And I believe he became sexually active at a very early age. So that attests to his South Node in Scorpio as well. So the interesting part is he has nothing but positive aspects leading from his South Node to other points in his chart. So he has a trine leading to his North Node in Taurus, and I'm going to speak about that in a minute. He has a trine leading from his North Node in Taurus to the Sun and also Mercury in Capricorn. So the North Node in Taurus deals with traits that he needs to try to aspire to or develop in this current lifetime. So Taurus is the opposite sign of Scorpio. So Scorpio, like I said, deals with taboo activity. It can deal with even criminal activity. It deals with things that are on the down low, things that are underground, things that are forbidden. It also deals with obsessive compulsive tendencies. So it basically deals with the underground or those who are on the fringes of society or those who are throwaways of society or criminals or what have you, or those who engage in taboo activity. Now, Taurus is a sign of the norm or societal norms. It's a sign of values. So in this lifetime, R. Kelly needs to try to live a life where he basically lives according to values and societal norms and where he tries to walk the straight and narrow and he tries to do what's right. But obviously, according to his past, he's been living through his South Node, which is exactly what he's not supposed to be doing. Now, the fact that he has positive aspects leading to his South Node, which are sextiles, those provide opportunities. So that shows that he's been provided with plenty of opportunities through his musical career, Taurus, North Node music, in order to basically victimize young women or underage girls. So that whole victimization then comes with the number 12. Like I said, his South Node is at the 12th degree of Scorpio, North Node at the 12th degree of Taurus. So 12 is a number of sacrifice, victimization according to Chaldean numerology. So either the person will be a victim or they will have to make great sacrifices in life, or they might flip the script and they might in turn victimize others. So in R. Kelly's case, he's victimizing others, and he's also sacrificing his reputation as a result. Now he's a Capricorn, and Capricorns care very much about their reputation. So this is really, something that he has a distinct challenge with in this lifetime. So that South Node in Scorpio says it all about his tendency to be engaged in that taboo activity, namely in the form of pissing on underage girls and just having sex with them in general. Now, he has other aspects in his chart which reinforce this hypersexual nature that he has. So, basically, let me just bring it back to his birth date. So he was born on January 8th, 1967. So that makes him a Capricorn, and it makes him a hardcore Capricorn because the number 8 is the number of Saturn, and Saturn rules Capricorn. So 8 is the number of Saturn and Capricorn. So he has like a double whammy in terms of Capricorn energy. So with him being an 8 and a Capricorn, more than likely, he grew up feeling very old at a from a very early age. Most likely he had to grow up very fast, and he attests to that in his biography or autobiography, where he talks about that he was exposed to sex at an early age. He became sexually active at an early age. So that attests to that strong Capricorn energy. Capricorns usually start off as kind of like old people, and then they tend to get younger the older that they get. So they tend to like loosen up. They tend to become less rigid. They tend to become more flexible and more, lighthearted. Now, also going back to that South Node in Scorpio can also deal with R. Kelly having Svengali tactics. Now, a Svengali is somebody who bring somebody into their circle of influence and then tries to will control over them, and it's excessive control, and they manipulate that person. So Scorpio is the sign of the Svengali. So just think about two classic Svengalis, P. Diddy and Ike Turner. They are both Scorpios. So that's a perfect example. So with R. Kelly's South Node in Scorpio, he definitely has those Svengali tactics. It was evident with his relationship and illegitimate marriage to Aaliyah, and also with the other women that have came under his wing. I believe he was like that with that artist Sparkle. Um, Somebody comment at the bottom, because if my memory serves me correctly, I believe he had some falling out or some type of scandal with Sparkle as well, but I really don't know all the details, and I don't feel like looking it up. So moving along, like I said, with the birth number being 8, that's the number of Saturn Capricorn. He's ultra materialistic, very earthy, so he's very sensual, very much into the body and into sensual delights. Very opportunistic, has devilish tendencies. So, like I said, grew up very fast, didn't have much of a childhood, sexually active at an extremely young age. Now, the number 8 is good for money and business, but it's not good for personal relationships, and it's not good for love. It's a very lonely number. It's a number of isolation, but it's also a number of self-sufficiency. So through the number 8 and Capricorn, R. Kelly has learned to become self-sufficient, which he needs to learn that too. That deals with the North Node in Taurus as well. South Node in Scorpio tends to bring tendencies of codependency. So being self-sufficient is what he needs to do in this lifetime as well. So all that Capricorn energy helps him do that. So he did that through his music career. North Node in Taurus deals with music as well. So moving along. Also eights, on terms of the dark side, they have a strong need for control and to be in charge and to be an authority figure and maybe even a parental figure. So that's another reason why, he wanted to deal with these younger women or women that were underage, because he felt like he was. Oh, another thing about that 8 and Capricorn, a lot of times, even though Capricorn is boss-like, they're authoritative, a lot of times they have a strong deep-seated sense of inadequacy and depression as well. So R. Kelly, with this deep-seated sense of inadequacy, he needs to latch onto these younger girls so that he could feel viable, so he could feel alive, so he could feel youthful. So that number 8, again, is that strong need to be in control, that father figure. He tried to play that role with Aaliyah. And again, it's very opportunistic as well. Now, his life path number is 32. Now, 32 is a number of communication. It breaks down to 5. It's the number of Mercury. So in this lifetime, R. Kelly needs to be more discriminating. He needs to practice more discretion. He needs to use more of his conscious mind. He needs to, look both ways when he makes decisions. He's very impulsive. He has Sun square Mars, so that makes somebody that's very impulsive as well as hypersexual. So in this lifetime, with his life path being a 32, he needs to use more of his conscious mind than his unconscious mind. So 32 also deals with his illiteracy issues. He mentioned in an article that was featured on the boombox.com that he's quoted as saying, "When I was trying to make it out here, I already knew, and I was stubborn about it." He said, "I don't even read really, and I'm not afraid to say that. My cousins and brothers used to tease me. You can't even read right. How do you think you're going to come up? The only reason I graduated from grammar school is because I had a great jump shot. I went to high school, and my teacher told me, 'You will be one of the greatest writers of all time.' I believed. You have to believe it. You can't believe anything if you're hating. You can't achieve anything if you're hating." So again, that deals with that South Node in Scorpio, because Scorpio could be a hater because they could be very jealous, be very resentful. So in this lifetime, he's trying to move away from that whole, hater mentality and be North Node in Taurus. North Node in Taurus is very agreeable, very pleasant, very peaceful. However, he struggles with that in this lifetime. Just think about when he was on the Best of Both Worlds tour with Jay-Z. He got into that conflict with Jay-Z and they had to cancel the tour. So that deals with his Sun square Mars and also that South Node in Scorpio. He's pretty much disagreeable. So when he doesn't get his way, he has a tendency to act out. He could be irrational and he could be very impulsive. He also has Mercury square Mars too, which makes things even worse. So with that, he always has sex on the brain. Again, he's hypersexual, he's very impulsive, and again, he's attracted to youth in terms of sexuality with that aspect. So moving along, he has some asteroids that also deal with his hypersexuality. He has his sun in conjunction to Eros. Eros is an asteroid that deals with passion, eroticism. So that again underscores the theme of him being an extremely sexual person. Again, with the sun conjunct Eros, the sun could deal with children or youth in general or vitality. He's attracted to youth sexually. And also with the sun being in Capricorn, again, it underscores the theme of him trying to play that parental figure or that authoritarian figure. And with Capricorn, he likes it dirty, funky, low down, sweaty sex. He has that earthy goat industry. He's a nasty Negro. So that deals with, again, connection with the South Node of Scorpio, how he was pissing on that girl in that video. So speaking of the video, he has Tisiphone, which is an asteroid that could deal with getting spanked or getting punished, conjoined to his Chiron in Pisces. Now, Chiron is an asteroid that deals with things that are unusual, things that are odd, things that are out of the box, alternative, but it can also deal with things where you expect an exception to be made on your behalf, or you expect to be able to buck the system. So, with that video he put out, he knew he was doing wrong. He knew he was with an underage girl, but he wanted to buck the system anyway and get it on video. So with that Tisiphone, like I said, that's the asteroid that deals with getting punished for wrongdoing. Usually it deals with murder, but it can deal with other grave wrongdoing as well, such as having sex with an underage girl. And I believe she was only 14. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's pretty young. So that was a grave violation. So Tiffany deals with him getting spanked in the form of those child pornography charges being brought up against him. He also has Phaethon at the 17th degree of Aries, which can deal with him being self-destructive in terms of his sexuality. It's also opposing his Mars in Libra, which can deal with, again, him being self-destructive in terms of his sexuality. His chart is really screwed up, but you can really see it when you look at these asteroids. But I'm going to keep things brief when it comes to R. Kelly. Basically, he just has it like really screwed up, but it seems like with this 19-year-old, he's trying to be on that level playing field. He's trying to be legitimate. And I pulled a card last night about him, about this 19-year-old, and it's the Temperance card. Basically, my question was, is this 19-year-old just a front for him really going after underage girls still? And I got the Temperance card. So the Temperance card could go both ways. It's a card of moderation. But on the flip side, it can mean, where you're not practicing moderation, it can mean you got your foot in both worlds. You might be dating this 19-year-old, but you also got this 15-year-old as well, trapped in the closet. Trapped in the closet, yeah. So R. Kelly R. Kelly really needs to check himself. But it does seem like he is trying to live through his North Node in Taurus at this point by dating this 19-year-old, trying to live according to society's values and norms. So that's basically my take on R. Kelly. If you want me to get deeper into this, I can. I feel like he doesn't deserve that much of my attention and time, but hey, I'm here to serve my viewers. So let me know if you want me to get deeper into this. I certainly can. I could do a compatibility reading about him and a Leo or someone else that he's been dealing with. So just let me know. Peace and blessings.